Hi everyone, I'm back again, and today we're gonna learn something and very important in English, of course. And I think you will be learning something very important today. Yeah, so I hope you're gonna stay with me, of course. Please wait. Please wait. Oh my gosh. That's why I actually heard something. So that's why. Okay, so for today we are gonna learn something, of course. And yeah, welcome to my channel again, and thank you for watching this live English lesson. Okay, so shall we start? Let's start. So today I'm gonna teach you about adjectives. So I think you're very familiar of adjectives, of course, and those are very useful when you speak English. So let's have to learn how to use them, and of course the formula and everything, the rules, of course, those are very important. Okay, so shall we start? All right. So we're going to focus the three types of adjectives. I mean, the degree of comparison. And those are the positive, comparative, and superlative. Again, positive degree, comparative degree, and the superlative degree. I think you are very familiar because I think from elementary to university, we actually study those. So yeah, it seems like a review for today. So are you ready? I'm going to show you this one first before starting, okay? Please watch this. Please look at this, rather. The three degrees of comparison. The first one is positive, the second one is comparative, and the third one is superlative. So I have an example there, which is an apple. So big, bigger, biggest. Okay, I think you are now familiar, right? So we're going to start now. So 3 degrees of comparison. We're going to have this. The first formula. Okay, before that, we will have the positive first. Okay, for the positive, that is the original spelling of the verb. I mean the adjective, rather. Okay, see the original spelling of the verb, of the adjective, rather. Okay, for example, this is the positive. Okay, the positive is the original spelling. So I'm gonna give you strong. So that's the original spelling of the adjective. So positive, strong. Next, let's move on to comparative. When you say comparative, we're just going to add er. So that's comparative. And strong. Okay, so that's it. Next, let's move on to the next one. Superlative. When it's a superlative, that would be strongest. And that's finished. Positive. I'll just make it smaller for you to see everything. Okay, so the positive is strong. And comparative is stronger. And this Superlative is strongest. Okay, so those are the three types of adjectives, or the degree of comparison. Comparing, from the word comparison. So that means comparing two things, yes, or more. So let's move on to the rules. Okay, rules are very important in English, so we must know those rules. Let's have the first one. The first rule is for adjectives that are just one, okay, one syllable, add er to the end. So, example, strong. I just have to add er. Next, est. That's very easy. Again, what is syllable? One syllable, that means, for example, strong. Finish. That's one syllable, right? Strong. Okay, so one syllable. You just have to add er or est. Next, number 2 rule. For, I'm sorry, for adjectives that has two syllables, rather, two syllable adjectives, not ending in y, so not ending in y. And for all three or more syllable adjectives, use the form more. More plus adjective. Again, two syllables, or for all three or more syllables, you have to add more plus adjective. Example, peace, full. So two adjectives. So one, peace, full. Number 2, peaceful. That's two syllable. So you have to add more. More peaceful. Most peaceful. And that's done. Next. This is for the second one, letter B, expensive. 1, 2, 3. Expensive. More, so you have to add more or most. So more expensive and most expensive. That's the rule. Okay? So we cannot say most, you cannot say expensiver. You cannot say that. You cannot say peacefuler. No, you can't say that. So that's why there is a rule. So two syllables, you have to add more or most. Three syllables, you have to add more and most as well. And that's easy. Next, let's have the last rule in this. Okay, number 3 rule. For two-syllable adjectives ending in y, take note, y. When you say y, change the y into I. So do not copy y, you have to copy I and add er. Example, happy. So there is y, happy. Happy. You have to add happier. Happier. So I change y to I. So y to I and add er. Next, happiest. Change y to I and add est. And that's finished. That's done. It's very easy, I think. So now let's have to move on. I'm going to show you some examples of adjectives, short adjectives and long adjectives. Okay, so shall we? All right. Short adjectives. So example, hard, soft, tall, short, big, small, old, young, fat. thin, ugly, cheap, funny, happy, and that's done. Those are the short adjectives. Let's move on to the long adjectives. So, long. Let's have beautiful, expensive, comfortable, modern, interesting, hardworking, talkative, helpful, generous, difficult. Those are the long adjectives. Okay, so for today, we're going actually, this is very important. Long adjectives, short adjectives, and irregular adjectives. When you see irregular adjectives, those are actually adjectives like if you make it into comparative degree or superlative degree, the spelling change. So I'm gonna give you some examples. Let's have the common irregular adjectives. Let's have bad. The comparative of that is worse. The superlative for that is worst. Next, good. The comparative for that is better. And the superlative for that is best. Next, far. When you say far, when it pertains about place or time, I mean time, you have to change the spelling. So it becomes folder. So it's you, not a. It's you, folder. And next is furthest. Okay, that's furthest. All right, let's move on to the next one. Far for the place. So the spelling is a or a as in apple. Farther and farthest. It's okay there. Next, let's move on to old. Old, it will become elder. That pertains of people. Okay? And eldest, that pertains of people. So the spelling change, it actually becomes elder, eldest. Next, little. Let's have to use little for amount. That is less. And then the superlative for that is least. That's it. Next, light. Light, that would be an order. See, when you pertain about order, an order, so let's have to use later, later. And the superlative for that is last. Last. Okay? So that's it. Next, let's move on to the next one. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I think that is clear. Everything is clear. These are very important. Now we are going to make sentences using those because we're done discussing the rule and everything. So we're going to make a sentence. I'm going to give you the short adjective first, okay? So I'm going to give you an example as well after that. So let's have short adjective. So I'm going to use cute. Cute, that's the positive. Cuter, that's the comparative, and cutest, that's the superlative. I'm gonna give you an example for cute. This is very easy. So, example, Jen is cute. And that's done. Jen is cute, and your sentence is finished. Okay? Jen is cute. And your hint there, all you have to do just add your verb there is. Jen is cute. Next, let's have cuter. Jen is cuter than than Geneva. Okay, so my sentence there is, I'm sorry, I'm gonna make it smaller and so that you can see everything there. Okay, that's it. So cute. Jen is cute. Cuter. Jen is cuter than Geneva. Take note, your hint there is this one, and you have to put then and then this one. And finish. Your sentence is done, and it's very easy. Next, Let's have the superlative for this one. Jen is the. Take note, I'm using is the cutest. Jen is the cutest teacher in Japan. Oh my gosh! I'm the cutest. So take note, is the and cutest teacher. And then all over. I'm actually talking about many. All Japan. I'm the cutest. And then for the first one, only one, right? So only one. Only one person. The second, take note, this is number one, number two, and number three. The first one is only one person. Number two, two-person. Number three, many, more than one. Many. And that's done. And your hint there, you just have to is the cutest. So don't forget is the. And then teacher, that is. So who, for example, teacher, student, boy, girl, man, like that. Doctor, like that. And for the second one, this is your hint. Than. Okay, and then is. And then cuter, and finish. Thank you. And that's finished for the short adjective. That's the example. Next, I'm going to give you an example for the long adjective. I'm going to use more and most. I'm going to use comfortable. Okay, comfortable, or you can say comfortable. That is actually the pronunciation of this one. Comfortable. So comfortable, and then more comfortable, and most comfortable. And that's finished. Okay, comfortable, more comfortable, and most comfortable. I'm gonna give you one example for comfortable. I'm gonna actually use Geneva. Geneva is comfortable. Finish. Or comfortable in the class. And that's finished. So I'm using comfortable and then S. And that's done. Geneva is comfortable in the class, and my sentence is done. Next, I'm gonna use more comfortable. Geneva is more, so I'm using is more comfortable than Jen in the class. And that's finished. So take note, that is your hint. And then next, more comfortable, and then is. Geneva is more comfortable than. So take note, than. So this is your hint in this sentence. Geneva is more comfortable than Jen in the class. And that's done. Okay. So that's it. Next, let's move on to the next one. I'm sorry. Next is most comfortable. Geneva is the. Take note, I'm using is the most comfortable. I'm gonna use student in the class. So it's among all. She is the most comfortable. Geneva is the. I'm sorry, it's the. Geneva is the most comfortable, so I'm using is the. Don't forget, if you're using the superlative degree, you have to use is the, and then most comfortable in the class. And that's done. Again, student in the class. You just have to add those. Okay, so Geneva is the most comfortable student in the class. And that is actually finished. Thank you. Next, I'm going to give you the irregular adjectives. So I'll just give you good. good for today. So I'm gonna give you for the good example, my adjective is, or my positive adjective is good. Next is better. That's the comparative of good. And the superlative for that is best. Next, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm sorry. So, example. Reggie is good and finish. Or you can say, I'm gonna give longer sentence, okay? Reggie is good in, math. And that's done. Next, I'm gonna use better. So take note, I'm using is there. And then good. Right? Next, better. Reggie is better. So if you're better than another person, so you can use better. Reggie, and you're comparing two or more or two people, for example. So Reggie is better than. Reggie is 1:1 or 1:2. Daijoubu. It's okay. Oh my god, I'm speaking Japanese. I'm sorry. Reggie is better than Jen. Or Reggie is better than Jen at math. Finish. So I'm using is there. And I'm using better. Better than. So take note, I'm using than there. Okay, so is, that is your hint, better, that is actually the comparative of a good, and I'm using than. And of course, two people. Okay, good at math. You cannot say good in, so you have to use good at, good at. That's the power of good at, if you're good at. Next, let's move on to best. Reggie is the best. For example, Reggie is the best student, in the class. So among all students, he is the best. Okay, he is the best. Reggie is the best student in the class, or the best in math, for example. Or Reggie is the best student in the class, and that's done. So is the, don't forget, is the, and of course, best, that's the superlative. So best and is the and student in the class. And that's finished. Thank you so much. I hope you're learning something in this actual video. And yeah, thank you so much. Oh, recorders, thank you. Shout out, Chan. Thank you so much for watching. And I think this live is finished. So I'm going to end this live. I'm going to have another Alice again. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for having me here. But I hope you're learning something from this class. Thank you and have a great day. Goodbye. Thank you.